Nityanandam everybody, it's Priscilla. So you might have noticed in the last two videos, something happened to my hair. Yes, I now have what are actually known in Hinduism as jattas. J-A-T-A-S. So instead of dreadlocks, we call them jattas. They're called SHIVA JATTAS. So I thought the history of them was so interesting. I'll just share a little bit about why I'm wearing these. And see, there's actually a huge misconceptions about dreadlocks and who's allowed to wear them, what ethnic groups, what nationalities, what's culturally appropriate. And I completely understand the context of a lot of people feeling like there's a lot of white people that wear them and they don't have any spiritual or cultural heritage tied to them, and that it's cultural appropriation. But I want to share why this, not in self-defense, but just for knowledge, is not at all cultural appropriation, because there's actually a huge part of history missing in terms of the history of dreadlocks and what we know about them. And one is that actually the oldest written account of dreadlocks, the oldest written account is from the Vedas, the ancient Indian text from Bharat, the ancient, what India used to be called, and its surrounding territories. From thousands of years ago, dreadlocks were documented. See, Shiva and his followers, Shiva and his devotees, would wear these jattas. Jatta means like matted hair or twisted locks, right? And the reason for this is, again, a spiritual context. It's that hair is a sacred thing. It holds energy just like everything else in your body. It is a part of you. Jattas prevent you from losing any of that, right? You don't lose your hair because it's all kept here together. And for aesthetic purposes, it's a huge thing as well. So deep Hindu aesthetics, as you might have seen, like Hinduism represented by Naga Sadhus. They're these wandering sadhus, right? These men that will wear little loincloths. They'll be covered in ash, sacred ash. They'll have giant kumkum and turmeric on their heads. They have crazy jattas that go wild, that are super, super long. They'll wear in buns often on the top of their head. So this is the most well-known version of jattas in India, is these Shaivite, these followers of Shiva, these Naga Sadhus who wear them. So that's just a little bit about SHIVA JATTAS, and in the context of why I got them. So my master, my guru, Paramahamsa Nityananda, is an incarnation of Shiva. So everything we do in our practice is from Shaivism. We follow Shiva and his tradition. See, Shiva is the Adi Guru. He is the first incarnation on planet Earth. The first guru that ever was Shiva. The first one to raise consciousness of beings on Earth and incarnated as Shiva in form. So Shiva is always depicted as wearing dreadlocks in his hair, jattas. And Swamiji, my guru, he also has jattas in his hair because he is Shiva himself in a new body. And so all of us slowly have been accumulating in our Sangha, in our spiritual community. We've been also getting jattas because Swamiji has reiterated the importance of them so much. So of course who are we to not listen to an enlightened master telling us that this is a really key spiritual practice to help us reach enlightenment. And also it's a beautiful revival of the ancient culture that once was so popular here and around the world, and this revival of ancient Hinduism, ancient Hindu tradition and its practices. So I'm really excited about it. I actually did them myself. It took me about 3 days straight to just keep doing them over and over. But I'm actually pretty excited with them, and it really does feel like very powerful. I actually do feel like, especially my Sahasrara chakra is picking up like so much energy because it has this, it's all put this weight also. There's a science behind everything in Hinduism, which is why I love it so much. And one of them is like, you put weight on certain pressure points on your body and it actually brings you certain energies. And because your crown chakra, your connection to the divine, the source, is on the top of your head, having the weight of jattas also pulls on that, weighs that down, and opens that chakra for you. So yes, thank you for listening to my sharing, and if you guys have questions, let me know. I hope that you found this interesting. I know I did. I didn't know about this aspect of Hinduism or about dreadlocks for a really long time. I thought it was so cool to learn about. So thank you guys for listening, and I'll get back to you soon. Nityananda.